I'm looking through a map list, and I think it's official. I think La Casa is the best 6v6 map in Modern Warfare 2. I really think so.
Really?
I'm looking through the map list. I can't find anything else I like better in this game. We got the best multiplayer map in Modern Warfare 2 in the last season of the game.
Yeah.
Awesome. It really just sucks. Know which maps are good or bad, and release the good ones at the start of the game when people are playing it. You've lost 90% of the player base by this point, because people don't care about COD multiplayer in October of 2023, right? It's been almost a year. No one gives a f. Stop giving us the best maps at the very end of the life cycle. For ad-free episodes, as well as early access and bonus episodes, check out our Patreon.
Activision devs do not play their own game.
3,000 devs can't figure out how to add a reconnect feature to a AAA title, I guess. I don't know.
You have the record button. Infinity Ward doesn't tell their consumers anything.
Maybe that'll take some of the sweats away from Shoot House.
You can cope about that for sure.
Thanks for tweeting, at least. Thanks for doing more than Infinity Ward has done. They just keep tweeting about the soccer bundles in the store.
Things that are bad. We've got a couple words. Why don't you kick it off, Tanner?
This is going to be a longer section than the first part you guys heard.
Change it, obviously, of course.
Yeah. We're live, somewhat. We're live and we're recording. Raz left the room, so I guess the episode's just in shambles already. Just finishing up a little bowl of spaghetti, a little homemade spaghetti from last night. God, it's
little
good.
Spaghetti breakfast, huh?
Spaghetti always hits. Got a whole red onion in there. So onion, garlic.
Ugh.
Oh,
a leftover
so
cold onion for breakfast
it's
in your
not
spaghetti.
Cold. Not cold. It's heated up.
How did you heat it?
Oh my God, it was good. In the microwave.
Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 363. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. Today, I am joined by young Tanner Dropshot, and we are going to be talking about Call of Duty a little bit. So the plan for today's episode, as we've mentioned, is to do first impressions of Season 6. And surprisingly, frankly, we've both played quite a bit more Season 6 than I expected either of us to have played by this point.
Well,
I've played every day. I've played literally every day since Season 6 came out, except today, I guess. And for like a couple hours each day. So we actually have probably more to say than we were expecting to, but that's still not going to be that much to say because Season 6 really didn't, introduce that much, with the exception of the two new guns actually being relevant. That was kind of the only curveball. But nonetheless, we are going to talk about our first impressions anyway, as we historically do for new seasons. And depending on how long that takes, we will also answer some questions from our Discord that have been asked. And if you wanted to ask us questions, by the way, you could join the Discord. The link is everywhere. And then there's a channel called Q&A questions. You can ask us whatever you want. If it's a good question, we'll answer it. And if it's not, we won't.
Well,
but you can ask. So go ahead and do that if you want. So yeah, we're going to do first impressions and then we'll start going there. Answer a couple questions.
And you can pay at least $5. You can super chat at least $5 and we'll answer your question immediately, no matter how bad it is.
That is correct. Yeah,
super chat shoots bigger loads of cum, and we would have
you
to
could
answer
ask
it.
that, and then we'll be forced to acknowledge the question. We won't be forced to answer it. I will not be answering literally any question. But Tanner will. He's already locked himself in. So yeah. So ask Tanner, I don't know, crazy questions. But anyway, that is what is on the agenda today. Before we get into it, a couple quick announcements, really just two for me. First of all, our last Patreon bonus episode has gone live for each and every one of our patrons. And what we did was a fucking 2-hour episode on MW3 zombies. And it was really fun. And it got me really excited for zombies.
Yeah.
It was really fun. You guys remember in high school, I don't know if this ever happened to you guys. Many of you probably didn't have any friends, so probably not. But I remember in high school, I had a couple friends a couple times when I was really into a video game. And I would go to the class we have, whatever. Like one of my friends was Joe. His name was Joe Loera. Shout out to Joe. And we both played Star Wars Galaxies, and we had biology together. And in that class, there was a lot of like free time where you could just talk to people. And I would start biology class, and I would be like a 6 out of 10. I don't want to be here. I want to be playing Galaxies at home. Right. And then I would start talking to him, and we would just be talking about the game. And then at the end of class, after talking about it, I was a 12 out of 10. I want to go home and play Galaxies. Just merely talking about it gets you super excited to play the game, you know? That is exactly what we did to ourselves with this fire Patreon bonus episode where we talked about MW3 zombies and what that will entail. There wasn't too much new to talk about for the episode, but there was new speculation, namely that the Cold War zombies, field upgrades, and perks are very likely coming back in a very similar fashion to how they functioned in Cold War. So what Tanner and I did, which I thought was clever, was we said, okay, let's look at all the field upgrades and perks that are in Cold War zombies and talk about how that would function on a Warzone sized map instead of a Cold War zombies map. Mm-hmm. Would this perk be better or worse in that setting, which is the setting we know we're going to get? And we went through kind of everything, and we took a lot of detours too, trying to figure out we've made some guesses about some other things. A couple things like clicked for us mid podcast. It was really fun and it was really long, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're a zombies enjoyer, or if you're just excited for MW3, frankly, I think you're really going to like that episode. And it is now available for patrons of all tiers, and you could go fucking listen to it if you wanted to. So that's now live. Yeah.
Yeah. That did get me excited. We already got some feedback too. Someone said it made him very excited. I don't remember who it was. Sea Knight. Man, I want MW3 zombies right now. This ep got me pumped. Yeah, I want zombies too. And I want it to be good. Let's be clear. I want zombies to be good. I don't want Vanguard zombies. But yeah, it's sounding promising. We got a couple more little 2-second teasers today. They showed the little monkeys coming back that you throw. All the zombies run to it, it blows up. They showed that. They showed some gameplay of just like zombies running towards you. You get like a little view of the map, the background. So pretty cool stuff. And again, that'll all be revealed at COD Next on the 5th next week. Excited.
Well, we'll at least learn about zombies. Hopefully they actually show gameplay.
I wonder if they'll let them play it at all.
Yeah, it's a good question. Either way, we'll learn a lot, but I would really prefer, obviously, to see gameplay of it, and see what it's like. Which is definitely possible, because the last COD Next, we saw a lot of gameplay of actual fucking Warzone. So it's pretty likely we're going to see gameplay of something. So is the timer? Start your timer, buddy. You got to run snaz. You got to get snazzy. You got to get snazzy. Anyway.
Yeah, there it is. It's running.
Other than that, by the way, next month, as we've been talking about, is going to be fucking insane. It's going to be off of the chain. It's going to be off of the hook as well.
Bonkers even.
Yeah. It's going to be off whatever the phrases are. It's going to be fucking nuts. Yeah. So on Monday, expect a couple announcements. Our normal kind of schedule shit. We have COD Next as well. So we're probably going to be like live streaming that. It's going to be fun, dude. Next week's going to be really fun. Yeah. So, and the schedule is going to be kind of weird. And we're also going to have special announcements we don't make every month or week. So now more than ever, it's important for you to follow us on Twitter at the Dropshot Pod and or join the fucking Discord, because we're going to have a lot of extra things to say. We have a couple things coming down the pike, special announcements, special little events we're doing, and you'll learn more about that on Monday if you are once again following us on Twitter or on Discord. But yeah, like now, and one thing I will say now is it is a great time to be a patron right now. Holy shit. October is going to be busted OP for patrons. It's going to be overpowered if you're a patron. So if you want to use OP, strats, patreon.com/thedropshot.
Did we ever figure out the trials thing? Do we know when we're starting that? Or are we going to figure that out Monday, I guess?
Well, you just leaked one of the announcements, but
we already talked about that. You already mentioned that publicly.
In our behind the scenes.
No, you mentioned it publicly
episode.
too, because you said, I'm not sure we've mentioned this publicly yet, but we will be doing this. So yes, you already leaked it. Yes, you did.
I actually didn't. Find me a timestamp. Anyway.
I'm not doing that, no.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
Okay.
Which is fine. But anyways, no, we didn't figure it out. We'll figure it out on Monday, though. I think we did figure it out. We just didn't literally nail down dates, but we will figure it out. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, be attuned to our schedule and shit. So any other announcements, buddy?
I feel like there was something.
Oh, the merch,
else.
Right?
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, there's one hoodie left. Yeah, what did I type in announcements? There's one small hoodie, I think it was. Let me pull it up, and I looked this morning. So we have one small hoodie left and 4 large t-shirts, and then some stickers, of course. Stickers that aren't going to be sold out. We sold probably 50 of those. But yeah, that's all we have left as of right now, Saturday. So if anyone's live and wants to get that, if small doesn't fit you, buy it for your little sister, your little brother, your child. If the large shirt's too big, get fatter, grow into it, buy it for someone else. I don't know. Just buy them all. Just buy them for no reason. Buy the merch.
Yeah. Just gain weight and or lose weight so you fit into the merch that we have
get
available.
Taller, get shorter. Just fit it. Yeah.
Change your body to fit the merch and buy it.
That's that's the meta strat for sure.
If you listen to the jingle, here it
is. Thank you. Very cool.
All right, today, season 6, first impressions. Thanks for deleting my note. Appreciate that. Okay. So, yeah, season 6 on launch didn't give us too much. We got some new maps in multiplayer. We got some new guns for multiplayer and Warzone. And then beyond that, we really didn't get shit. DMZ got nothing. Spec Ops, I don't care.
Spec Ops, yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe they're still putting stuff in the patch notes for Spec Ops now that I think about it.
We skip over it. There were only 2 bug fixes. That's literally all they did. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like Warzone, they didn't really do shit either. There's like a signals intelligence contract. Who fucking cares? So yeah, we didn't really get much, but the new things we did get, we're going to talk about. And we'll start with the guns. So as I have been saying, fortunately with this season, the 2 new guns, the Geist and the ISO 9mm, are both good and relevant in the meta. And I guess we'll take these one at a time, starting with the Geist. This is the new AR. It's a 7.62 bullpup fully automatic assault rifle. It has 23 weapon levels. And it is, at least in multiplayer, overpowered and fucking insane also. It was a pleasure, a privilege, and a treat to level it. And boy, do you get kills you shouldn't get. I think the biggest thing about the Geist, it's got like a decent fire rate. It's not slow. It's not fast though. It's like normal.
Yeah.
And it also has 30 and or 45 round mag, but also you kill in like 2 or 3 bullets. if we're talking headshots. The biggest thing I've noticed, and it does not have that much recoil at all. It's totally manageable. It has very usable iron sights as well, so you get a free attachment slot. So all of those things add up to a very solid AR, in addition to quite good damage ranges, it feels like, in multiplayer. Obviously, these extend to Warzone in some sense, but the biggest thing I've noticed about it in multiplayer that to me makes it seem just overpowered is its neck and or headshot multiplier is obviously very high, because I regularly get a noticeably faster kill than I thought I would because I sprinkled in a neck and or headshot. It feels like I get a lot of headshots with this sucker, and I kill a lot of people in a lot fewer bullets than I would expect to. It's really good, fun, and exciting to use. I do think it is frankly overpowered in multiplayer, though. I don't think there's a better gun, frankly. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm looking at damage charts on TGD because he's got some basic charts up. According to this, the headshot damage for the new gun is 52. It looks like 51, and then something like the Cronin Squall is 43, by the way. And then the TAC V is 52, which TAC V hits hard with headshots. So almost the same headshot damage as the TAC V, but a way better fire rate than the TAC V, by the way. Easier to control.
And
easier to control. Yeah, better fire rate and about the same headshot damage. So yeah, that is really good. How's the chest damage looking? Yeah, it's actually just a better TAC V.
Yeah. What is the chest damage?
35.
Like 42? 35, okay.
35,
so
TAC
3
V is
shots
36.
to kill if you get a headshot.
Yeah,
I guess
29.
3 shots to kill if you don't get a headshot too, actually. 35 times 3 is more than 100. Huh.
Yeah. So
I wonder why headshots make it feel like it's a fewer bullets to kill than... I guess if they're a little weak. Or maybe if you get like a head and neck.
Well, it would
or
be
something.
For less bullets to kill, yeah. Oh, wait, well, no. Because the damage you're saying, yeah. Yeah, I guess not. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just people that are weak. I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of headshots. And I feel like I feel like I get a lot of kills that are fewer bullets to kill with it. Like some guns you use, and it's like I always have to land 4 bullets to get a kill. But the Geist, it feels like sometimes I just need 1 fewer bullet than normal.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe a bunch of people are just running around with 80 health or some shit. But
yeah, it's probably a new bug where people are spawning with 80 health instead of 100.
It's possible. Yeah, this is Infinity Ward. It feels really good though.
Yeah. So. Whoops. For me, it's kind of hard to say when a gun is overpowered in multiplayer, I guess, because like the time to kills are all so similar because of the health that it's hard for me to like notice when something's actually busted. All I can tell you is that the Geist feels really, really good. Yeah. I don't know if it's overpowered for multiplayer. Realistically, probably not. It's just we don't play that much multiplayer anymore, so it does feel really good in there. But if you use probably any other AR, you would also think it felt overpowered almost. But it felt really good. Yeah, we haven't used it in Warzone yet. I got it maxed out, though. I won't equip it in Warzone until I have it Orion, because that would just actually be embarrassing, I guess. To put it lightly. I mean, it's
and I have Orion,
cringe.
By the way.
Do you have it on the Geist? Did you finish it?
The Mastery camo. No, I don't. Okay. No, not yet.
I need to finish that.
All I need is the 50 suppressor kills, then I can work
yeah, I've
on
got
the
like half of
Mastery
those
ones.
done, so yeah, I got to finish that. But anyways, yeah, Geist is really good. It's a satisfying gun. It's got that perfect fire rate that I like. And I looked on the fire rate. It is right in between the Cronin and TAC V. It's just pretty much right in the middle of them. TAC V is like around 570, I think. TAC V is 570. Cronin Squall is 670. Geist is 630. So falls right in between them. Solid feeling fire rate, great recoil control, great irons. Yeah, I'm excited to finally test that out in Warzone. I keep hearing more and more people starting to say it's really good in Warzone. But, you know, like I say, the ranked players just are still using the Kastov 7.62, but it's, I don't know, they don't ever usually think or can't be bothered to try something new unless they know for a fact it's extremely broken. But on paper, it's better than the Kastov, basically.
Yeah, I don't believe the stats are up yet on like the nerfed Kastov 762 stats.
Yeah,
I
last
don't
I heard
believe
it
are
was
up on
not
Sim
correct.
or True Game Data. So once we get, I was hoping we would have that data by now so we could just show you guys how much better it is than a Kastov 762, but I'm almost certain it is. It also has 5 more bullets than a Kastov 762 with extended mags on each. And it also has, it's also way easier to control than a Kastov 762.
Yeah.
Like tremendously. So I can't imagine it is good, and it probably has a better headshot multiplier too. So I can't imagine that it's, oh, it actually, you know what? Kastov 762 does 54 head damage. So it's a little worse, actually.
Where are you seeing 54?
I'm on Sim looking. Oh, this is before the nerf though, yeah.
Oh,
Did
no,
they nerf the
because
headshot multiplier?
Well, I'm looking on TGD. Oh, this is how TGD breaks it down. He breaks it down by range. So his says 56, but that's because 0 to 28 meters.
Oh, yeah. Depends on the range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That would have been worth mentioning. Yeah. Oh, well. Either way, just because it's so much easier to control, and it's going to have a very close TTK to the Kastov, if not better with chest shots. I think it's going to be, I think people are going to figure out it's going to be like the meta AR.
I did actually see a little clip from Blinken, I think is his name. He does like realistic time to kill tests on TikTok. He puts someone like 50 meters away. He takes shots at them. So they're hitting like where you would realistically hit. Someone stands there, you shoot. So, you know, they're pretty accurate for like a realistic environment like that. And I think in his test, the Kastov post-nerf was killing in like 910 milliseconds at that range. And I want to say the Geist was like 930. So very, very similar at that point. And yeah, the Geist is usually easier to control, but again, he kind of just fires a burst at 50 meters, and that's what the time to kill he gives. But Kastov may still be better up close, too. But I don't know. Yeah. I just never liked how the Kastov felt, because if you build it for good recoil control, it's got really bad mobility. Really, really bad mobility. And since you don't have to build it that way for the Geist, you're going to have less recoil and a lot better mobility, which I think is just better all around. So, excited to try that in Warzone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway. Would you put, if you were going to play like ranked Moz, would you put a red dot on it?
I don't know. I'd have to try it more. It doesn't give you
zoom, so I feel like I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd have to try it more in Resurgence.
I would try it.
I like the irons, so I would definitely want to use it with the irons if I could.
Yeah, because then you get free ADS speed or recoil control, depending on what you want. You get that free attachment slot, which would again be another advantage it could have over the AK.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like the AK, especially with how bouncy it is, and how close the like iron sight post is to the barrel, you very easily lose people under your gun. Like as soon as you shoot, your gun is above the target and you can't see them anymore.
That's what I've always said about that gun in this game. Yeah, like I want to use the irons, but you can't because the way it bounces up, it's weird. You immediately lose your target. Yep, and that's exactly why the irons are just right on top of the gun. So just easily lose
and with
your
the
target.
Geist, you probably don't have that problem even at long range. So yeah, it would also give you a free attachment slot, which would also.
What the Geist irons remind me of are the FFAR irons in Warzone 1.
Yeah. Kind of.
Similar
They're better than the FFARs, but they are very similar looking. Yeah.
FFAR irons were fucking really good, but I don't know.
I think the FFAR was the 2 circles, where the Geist is the rear circle and the front post. Which I think works a lot
FFAR
better.
is the same thing. Rear circle, front line.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was not yet.
And that's what I said. So yeah. They're very comparable for sure. But anyway, yeah, the Geist is great, and I'm very excited to. Just like I was just talking about with zombies, this kind of makes me want to fuck around and get on Vondel right now and try it. Yeah. I want to run this because I have not tried it yet in Warzone, but goddamn.
Again, though, you can't till you get it Orion. I won't allow it, so get it Orion.
Yeah, that's a great point. So I'll have to do that. And then moving on to the ISO 9mm. So yeah, this is the new SMG. I mean, I don't know. It feels fine. It's another good SMG that's now in the meta. How exactly it compares to every other meta SMG, I'm a little unclear on. it is not like a Boss P where it is occupying some type of niche. It's just another SMG that has the same damage range as most other SMGs and about the same multipliers and about the same TTK. Based on what I know, that's what it is. And I guess the advantage would be the fire rate is quite high, so it's a little more forgiving, which is good, especially for an SMG. And you also have a 50-round drum, which I believe is more than the ISO 45. Because I think the ISO 45 has a 45-round mag? Maybe not. But, yeah, I don't know. It seems good, but it has like no identity whatsoever in my view. Either feeling wise or statistically. It seems like just another SMG. Yeah. And again, I wish I had data to fucking show you guys, but we don't have it yet. Because Infinity Ward doesn't do patch notes, so there's no data from them. And then Sim and shit haven't updated their websites yet, so we don't have any from them. But yeah, it's just another usable SMG. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we tried it in Warzone, but I think it's better than the ISO 45 because it has less recoil. So the irons are actually like usable in it, you know? Whereas for us, the ISO 45 in Warzone, you just can't use irons. It's so hard.
Is its fire rate slower than the ISO 45 too?
Pretty sure it's faster.
That might be part of it. Oh,
it should
really?
be faster. Usually when they go a caliber down, they're a lot quicker.
That's what you would think, yeah.
It feels faster to me. Let me see here. I could look at the base stats here. ISO 9mm, ISO 45.
Because the ISO 45 feels like it has more visual recoil too.
Like and that's how it works in this game. That's how they did it. Is like when the gun has actually more recoil, your screen also just shakes a lot more. So it's more recoil, but then also way more visual recoil.
Which, like you said, makes it way harder to use the irons on a 45 than the 9mm.
ISO 9mm is 997 on the fire rate. ISO 45 is 896, so 100 more rounds per minute.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so like I had said on Thursday, I talked about those JGOD charts, like real base, or no, I think it was the true game data charts. Real base time to kills, the ISO 9mm fit right in there with the other SMG with the meta, like right around 600 millisecond time to kill at close range. He had just pointed out how it has a higher fire rate, so it's more forgiving in that way. And then I think he had mentioned the recoil too, which, yeah, I immediately notice already. Just very easy to control, which is good for us. Easier to track people. Yeah, the screen just does not shake as much. Like, you actually don't lose your target in the irons at all, which is the complete opposite of the ISO 45. The complete opposite. I want to use the ISO 45. It's a fun gun, but I seen myself lose so many gunfights using the irons because I lose my target close range, so I just stopped and went back to the MP5 because it was a better fit for me. So, but yeah, ISO 9mm, I think it's going to be really good. It's fun in multiplayer. Yeah, if it's about the same time to kill as the ISO 45, I'm always picking it over the ISO 45, 100%, just because I can use irons. Yeah. But I think, you're saying it doesn't have an identity. I think it kind of does in the sense that it is like one of the fastest fire rate SMGs. It may actually be the fastest. I'm trying to think. The Vel's pretty quick. It would be
that or the Fennec, right?
Oh, the Fennec's probably faster. That's just not even close to being in the meta. I didn't think about that. Yeah, let me see what the Fennec is. What are some other fast ones? So that Boss P is not fast. ISO. Let's check the Vel and P90. Let's see how those are all looking against each other.
Vel's kind of slow, I think.
Fire rate.
Like 800?
Fennec is slow, the fastest by a lot, but then you blow through your mag so quickly. Fennec is almost 1100.
Yeah.
Vel is 950. P90 is 909. Wow. So yeah, ISO it's the fast firing SMG meta, then you can put it that way. But yeah, that does mean it's fair. A lot more forgiving. If you're hitting like limb shots and stuff, your fire rate's better, so you can, get back on target easier, hit some more chest shots. So it's good in theory. I'm excited to use that one too. And yeah, it's only 13 levels, which is excellent. And it took me 10 seconds to unlock them.
In like 2 games, yeah. Oh yeah, with the DMZ strat, right?
Yeah, we got Jake both of the guns in under 60 seconds of gameplay time. You played with him. You gave him the one. You guys spawned on the exfil. You actually spawned 30 meters from the exfil. Called in the chopper, got out. Jake and I did it.
Dude, we spawned
got the same spawn.
12 meters.
We got the same exact spawn, Jake said. Yeah.
Yeah, on the dock.
Yep.
I ran like 12 meters and I had the prompt. I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So I called the helicopter in. I dropped my guns. By the time Jake picked them both up, the chopper was there and we just left. It was 18 minutes. Or wait, it was 1 minute and 47-second raid. We were in and out in 1 minute and 47 seconds. That's how long it took.
Yeah. So probably less than 4 minutes of total gameplay time for Jake to unlock the two new guns
between forming the party and Jake unlocking both of the new guns that would otherwise be 45 tiers in the battle pass, which would be like 12 hours of gameplay. Yeah, it was insane. You guys got to use the DMZ strat, man. Yeah. You got to use the DMZ strat. But
I posted that TikTok and one of the comments was like, "You're late on this. Been doing this since season 2." I'm like, "Yeah, it's always been a thing. We're just pointing it out, buddy. We're aware it's a thing."
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, thanks, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a friendly reminder for the people.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So another thing about the ISO 9 mil, by the way, like every single SMG that is potentially good in the game, the first thing I do when I get at max level, obviously, of course, build the max hipfire build I can and see if it's good. Because once again, as a reminder, aiming is cringe. So I built the hipfire ISO 9 mil. And the way to do that is the hip shot laser, the collapsed stock, Cronin groove shot under barrel. And then this depends on the gun. This is where it depends on the gun. The collapsed stock to some extent too, because not all of them have it. But depending on the gun, there are barrels that increase hip recoil control. Not hip fire accuracy, hip recoil control is the more important one, it turns out. You can look at sim and figure that out. So anyway, I put on that barrel as well, the max hip fire barrel, and then a 50 round mag. Because there's no other hip fire attachments I would be able to put on. And I am very displeased to report dog shit. Not good. It is not a hip fireable gun. I don't know exactly why. The hip spread looks kind of decent, but I would have to like pay more attention. But it's not tight enough with this particular gun and how little damage each bullet does to be worth it. I think one of the reasons actually that the MP5 is such a good hip fire gun is because the fire rate's kind of slow and each bullet does a lot of damage. So if you're close enough to where every bullet is hitting, then I don't know. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know. But it's just not that good hip fire for whatever reason. I built it max hip fire. I tuned it max hip fire and it's just not good. So unfortunately, I haven't tried it in Warzone yet, which is where hip fire builds are frankly better.
Yeah.
So I will try that and report back, but I'm very skeptical that it's going to have good hip fire.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
Yeah, I think we would have heard about a hip fire build from someone by now.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately that dream is dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, as an ADS build, it's very good. And then the last thing I'll say about these two guns is like, it is nice that we got a new season with new guns that are actually relevant, but on the downside, they aren't super unique guns. Like I really, and I've talked about this a lot and I'll say it again, stay mad. I like when we get new guns that are relevant and they occupy a particular niche or are very different. So like if we get an AR that is, or if we get like a new DMR and it is viable, like meta viable, that's really cool when that happens. Because now I can choose between full auto and semi-auto. That's awesome, but we didn't get that. Or if we had gotten an AR with like a fuck ton of recoil that also had 100 millisecond faster TTK than the Geist has right now, that would have been really cool too. That would have felt like a unique gun. Geist, full auto, pretty easy to control. It's like, it feels somewhat different, but not that much different. Or like, when we got the Lockman Shroud to the devs' credit. It's a burst fire SMG. That's fucking weird. And it's meta viable, which it remains, by the way. That's one of the meta SMGs, is the Lockman Shroud. The upside is it has, I think, the fastest TTK up close. The downside is it's fucking burst fire, so it's really awkward to use, especially as an SMG.
Yeah.
That's cool. But the ISO 9mm, it's a full auto SMG that's good. So, like, the upside is here again, I can use new guns, and even if they're still ultimately full auto guns that you shoot at people, they still feel somewhat different, and that is nice. And it breathes some fresh air into Warzone and the meta, which is cool. And it makes me actually, I want to play after this podcast.
Yeah.
But so if anyone wants to run, but the downside is they could have been more unique, I guess. But ultimately I'll take it. Better than season 5 where we got new guns that were dog shit and didn't matter. So yeah. And then the shotgun,
Troll Despair.
The one-tap shotgun that is in the game. I've seen it a little bit in multiplayer, and I've seen clips of it on Twitter in Warzone. I think there was some K-BAM person I follow who was playing like Resurgence solos, running it, and just barking at kids with it, and it was pretty funny.
Was it in the stairwell?
Yes.
We got a kill and then like a throwing knife kill.
Yeah.
I think that was Strafe's clip, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Strafe. Yeah. So that's making waves too. I haven't encountered it myself, but that's in the game now. I don't feel any super type of way about it because again, it feels really shit if you're the guy getting shot by it, but it's not a good gun to run if you're playing anything except for like solos, because you have to reload after every single shot.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, even that clip he posted of it, I think only one of the 4 kills actually was actually with the shotgun. The other one was like throwing knives or something. But it was like to show off. Yeah, it was like to show off how like broken it is. But I mean, yeah, you had to reload, and then you don't have time to reload because there are 4 guys on top of you. It was a really good clip, but it's a perfect example of why it's overpowered when you get hit by it, technically, but it's not even close to being as overpowered as a lot of the other shotguns. Not
as like close. The broadside was.
Not even fucking close, yeah.
Yeah, if he had a pre-nerf broadside, he wouldn't need lethals. He would have killed all of them without reloading in almost the same amount of time. God, I miss it so much, man. Just doing AoE damage. Oh, it was so fun. God, it was fun, man. Speaking of shotguns, though, Tanner, you've said you've heard some rumblings, some interesting rumblings. Can you tell us more about them?
I just saw, pretty sure it was Lucci, put out a TikTok talking about the MX Guardian, how it could be a problem because it got buffed. Everyone's focused on the Lockwood 300. No one's thinking about the MX Guardian. But yeah, I don't really know too much aside from that. It did look like it was killing really fast in the clips. It's like 4 or 5 shotting with that fast fire rate from, probably 8 meters or so. 6-8 meters. So it looked good, but it's hard to tell from watching those clips. You never know if the person's fully plated. There's so much you don't know. But it did look good. So that may be somewhat viable now, possibly too, on Vondel or something. Because it burns through that. Oh, you know what it is? You have to use the single fire because that deals more damage. So you put it in you put on the single fire attachment, and it looks like it's full auto still because it fires basically as fast as you can click. So that's what makes it very good. You put on the single fire mod, and then you just deal more damage, and it did look pretty insane. So we may have to try that out.
I will for sure try that out. I considered doing it, and then I figured it wasn't worth it, but I really should have looked into it more. Yeah, I will try that.
Yeah.
I will try that. Okay. Yeah. And that would help with the problem of the mag size, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, theoretically, anyway. Okay, cool. I'll try that. So anyway, yeah, let's move on now to the maps. So we did get new multiplayer maps and gunfight maps. And Tanner and I have played all of them, actually. Now, we'll get into our caveats when we get there, but we'll start with the 6's map. La Casa! So I said this on one of the days that we did something, that La Casa is like a great sixes map, and it feels like a classic good sixes map. I would like to say that I would like to reiterate that opinion. That is absolutely true. It is fucking fantastic map. And I like it even more after having played it more since then. I think it's like the visibility is perfect everywhere. The size of the map is perfect. It has like actually no weaknesses as a map, as far as I can tell. There's no real like crazy camp spots that are super OP. It's just the flow is excellent. It's just the perfect map. It's a classic 3-lane design as well. Well, no, it's not. It's like 2.5 lanes actually, but that's okay. It works.
It works. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because really that middle lane is like a partially covered hallway, and it's like covered on one side, the other side's kind of open. Yeah, but you're like exposed to that right lane.
Yeah,
but it does make it feel like that's a different lane. And then also above that, though, you can run across the middle of the map from the top of that, and nobody ever goes up there. That is a dead part of the map. It is safer to rotate on top through the middle than really the right or left lane. It's not like overpowered, whereas like there's a half wall or something where you can lay behind. If you start getting shot, they're going to kill you, but people just aren't looking there, and I swear they don't ever cross up there. So that's a great spot to rotate through the map. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Gorgeous map, though, yeah. It's
and it looks pretty, too. Yeah, that's true.
I'm looking through a map list, and I think it's official. I think La Casa is the best 6v6 map in Modern Warfare 2. I really think so.
Really?
I'm looking through the map list. I can't find anything else I like better in this game.
Yeah, you might be onto something there.
Hotel's pretty good.
Onto something there.
Embassy, I really like. Mercado's not bad. Shoot House is Shoot House. Museum is good, but it's too big. Kunstenar District, I really like that one a lot, but that's big too. Yeah, it's the best sixes map.
I think it is, 100%. Honestly.
And this is what sucks about drip-fed content at times. We got the best multiplayer map in Modern Warfare 2 in the last season of the game.
Yeah.
Awesome. It really just sucks.
Yeah.
Know which maps are good or bad, and release the good ones at the start of the game when people are playing it. You've lost 90% of the player base by this point, because people don't care about COD multiplayer in October of 2023, right? It's been almost a year. No one gives a fuck. So stop giving us the best maps at the very end of the life cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. And they always do it. They do it every year. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah, I hope, well, I don't need to hope. I know some of the maps are going to be good on launch of MW3, but yeah, anyway.
All of them.
So yeah, La Casa is like, La Casa is the perfect map, and I love it.
God, it's fucking good.
So moving on to the next sixes map, it's called Coro Village in this game, which is a remake of the COD 2 map 2 Jane. This map, I said I didn't like it. That's how I feel about 2 Jane, aka Coro Village. It fucking sucks. It's not a good map. It's not terrible, actually. It's fine. It's okay. It's just not... It's not interesting. It doesn't look good. It's an ugly map, in fact. It looks bad aesthetically. There's some weird purple thing on one of the far lanes that I always think is a body. That annoys me, but that's a small gripe. You can go inside of like 2 of the buildings, and the rest of them are like closed. It's very weird. The rooftops are weird. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't play well in any game mode that I've played it in. And it's a pass for me. So
big pass, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it sucks in this game. There's too much shit in the air. There's snow in the air. Visibility is not very good. Like, I think too, in these games, having the ability to like jump, dolphin dive further, mantle on stuff, it really changes the flow of a map like that. Like, you can't just copy and paste a map from a game that came out like 20 years ago, when the mechanics and the gameplay are so much different now. So it's like, you can get these flank routes, and in like you can get to other rooftops quickly, and you didn't used to be able to do that. You just have to like jump off, go down a ladder, go around the other way. But it kind of just ruins the flow of an old map like that when we have the ability to move in the ways that we can now. We used to not be able to do any of that. So I think it just throws off the whole flow of the map now. It's too many ways you can move throughout it, basically. The hardpoint layout especially sucks. It's like not designed for hardpoint. Hardpoint didn't exist back then, so when you get hardpoint on a new map, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, some of the hard points were in like these little rooms that were 8 feet by 10 feet. I mean, it was like the size of a bedroom. Really, really tiny hard points. So yeah, just kind of sucks, unfortunately. I think it used to be fun for certs too, because like since the map was kind of big back then, with all the little like alleyways, like there were a couple different ways, and like I said, you can get on roofs, but you had to go up one ladder and then travel through all of them. Now it's like you jump on a half wall, jump on any roof you want, basically. But so like that made the flow a lot different because you had enough time to spawn in, get to your lane, watch a route, start going through the map, which is, I think, good if you kind of have maps larger like that. Like, I feel like, I don't know anything about CDL now, but I feel like La Casa wouldn't necessarily be a good search map, because as soon as you spawn in, you could have a sight line on someone within like 3 seconds. But a map like Tujane was pretty well balanced for that, and it's just not now. Yeah. It's just shit all around, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad, but, again, who cares? It's sixes.
Yeah.
I don't need to play it. I won't. So yeah. So now the gunfight maps. So we have played the gunfight maps. Caveat though, haven't played gunfight on them. We had our Damascus hangout last night. Oh, I guess we forgot to talk about that, which was fun and exciting rather. We did some more customs. And we did play King and Fight, which are the two new gunfight maps, during the customs. So we didn't play 2v2 gunfight. We played like 5v5 gunfight. So there's the caveat. With that said, I feel like you can very easily tell if a gunfight map is good or not. Whether you're actually playing it earnestly in like 2v2.
Yeah.
Or if you're just fucking around like we were. King is a faithful 1-to-1 exact replica of the original King gunfight map. It's identical. The only difference is that there is some there are some vines,
some growth
in places that don't matter anymore or now. So King is exactly the same, which is to say a very good gunfight map, just like it was in MW19, like one of the best. And then the other new one is called Fight. This map is dog shit for gunfight. One of the spawns, you spawn at mid, and you also have an enclosed window you can get up to before the other team even gets in your line of sight. So you could just go up to that window, slice the pie, and camp the fuck out of it, and you just win every time. It's the most lopsided, dog shit, one-sided gunfight map they've ever added to the game, probably. It's really, really broken. It's also a weird, awkward design. There's like a building you could go into past mid that like no one ever goes in. It's just fucking weird. It's not a good map at all. Terrible gunfight map.
I can't believe
it completely goes against the ethos of making like a balanced, somewhat symmetrical, like team versus team thing, you know?
Wrong button. Yeah, it's yeah, I was saying that when we were playing in customs. I was like, how do you make an unbalanced, totally one-sided gunfight map? How are you a map designer and this is the map you come up with for 2v2 gunfight, which like the map should be balanced on both sides. Like by the second round, I noticed that. I was like, something is off with this map. I'm like, oh, now I understand. I'm just now getting to a sight line on my lane because I got the shit side, and you guys are already all completely at mid, holding angles. Yeah. You guys are at mid before I can even see mid. It is crazy lopsided, but you know, it's gunfight, so it doesn't matter. It's just more like, how does that get designed, man? How do you make a one-sided gunfight map? It's fucking wild.
Right.
So dog shit trash. Yeah, one of the worst gunfight maps ever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Play tested, by the way.
Play tested, definitely. But yeah,
Put the intern on that one for sure.
And then
They're all interns.
That's kind of it, I would say.
That's Warzone Season 6.
That's pretty much Warzone Season 6. I mean, now we're just waiting for
Haunting.
The Haunting.
This is a Haunting waiting room now, yeah.
This is the Haunting waiting room. So Season 6 will be good. It'll be better than Season 5, almost certainly. But not yet, really. Well, it is better already, actually. But that's especially going to be true with the Haunting. That is the big ticket item for Season 6, not the launch of it. So.
Yeah, and again, I think that's October 17th we get the Haunting event.
I will say, though, the fact that the 2 new guns are relevant is, again, more than I was expecting.
Yeah, good point.
So that's cool. It's been fun leveling those and getting those camos. And I am actually excited. I just made my 2 guns. I am excited to try it in, what's it called? In
the
Warzone,
video game,
which I have
Warzone,
not done yet. Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, again, I won't be doing that till they're Orion. But at least we'll have them Orion for the Haunting event. That'll be cool.
Yeah, true. God, if you build the Geist for no recoil, it really doesn't have any.
I saw something else, by the way, saying Tujane is a great map for long shots. So when you get to long shots, you may want to try that.
I could see that.
I don't know if you can play it in a 24/7 hardcore playlist, though. I'm not sure if that exists. That would make it even easier. I kind of doubt it, though. It's probably just you'll have to play core.
Yeah, I would assume.
Not a big issue.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah. So I guess now we'll move on to answering a couple questions. What do you say, buddy?
Yeah, we'll answer some questions for 30 minutes or so here, a little while. We'll see. Depends how bad they are. Depends how much money you guys are donating to answer, ask questions. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, $5 super chat or more. If not, we'll start reading dog shit questions from the Discord. Yeah,
dog shit trash.
Really
questions
bad
from
questions,
the
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst questions.
Probably some really
say.
bad ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing up these little gun builds here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and as a reminder, if you guys wanted to,
QA questions.
If you wanted to ask questions, join the Discord. There's a channel for it. And if you want to skip the line, once again, you can super chat $5 United States or more, and we will answer them.
Kevin's trying to get around it. Kevin asked a question, I'm not answering it. He didn't donate.
What?
Kevin's asking a question in chat, but he didn't donate. So Kevin, we're just not answering.
I
have a perfect answer. Not gonna answer it though. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, not gonna tell you. Yeah. And as a reminder, or as a danger alert. If you've never heard us do Q&A before, we answer questions from you guys. So some of them are going to be related to COD, some of them won't be. So keep that in mind. This is actually an interesting question. This is from Patios. If the next COD was controller only, would you buy it?
No. Is that interesting?
I think that's kind of interesting.
No, I don't like shooter games on controller. None of them. I've never liked them ever. So no, I wouldn't. Fuck no.
Interesting.
No.
I think I'd try it. It would force me to get used to controller.
I just wouldn't play for a year, yeah.
You just take a break?
Plenty of other games I could play.
Yeah, it would never happen, so I guess it's not that interesting, but whatever.
It's interesting for some people that are maybe like hybrid or something, but yeah, no, fuck no. I don't like shooters on controllers.
Yeah. The next question, we'll just inform this fucking British lad about what it means to be an American.
Okay.
Bull Nothing But Katie asks, when us Brits,
oh wow,
when we Brits, you guys invented English, by the way, go on holiday, vacation, we tend to go to the Mediterranean, Spain, Cyprus, Turkey, etc. Nice, warm countries. Why do Americans never go to Spain or Cyprus? Okay, I have a pretty easy answer for you there. And why do so many of you vacation domestically rather than coming over to the sunny side in Europe for the cultures and that? Pretty fucking obvious. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'll let you know. So if you live in London and you want to go to Spain, that is a 2-hour flight? Maybe?
I don't think it's even that. I bet that's under an hour. That's probably like, let's see. I'll look it up. London to Spain.
Yeah, maybe like
well,
hour
I mean, there's
and
a
half.
train. I don't even think you would consider a flight. Let's do like
well, there's water. You'd have to cross the water, so. yeah. There's a train from
I thought they
France
have
to
that.
Spain, probably.
What's the underwater?
Oh, do they have underwater trains?
Well, what's
over
the
there?
underwater road they have? They have that tunnel that goes underwater that you can drive through. I thought a train goes through that too.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected then.
Where does that go
I've never
from?
heard about that.
I mean, it's over there in London somewhere.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, what is that thing called?
While Tanner looks this up, and it shouldn't have taken him this long, that plane ticket costs whatever amount of money. Now go from fucking New York and or LA
Yep.
to Spain. This is now I don't even know how long that flight would be. 10 hours? 12 hours? Long flight costs a lot more money, duh. I would need to get a passport. I guess you guys would need a passport too, but and therefore it's way more expensive.
I guess it does say 2 hours for a flight, yeah.
2 hours? Okay. Which is unironically what I said.
Yeah.
So yeah, way cheaper. First of all, that's the number one reason is that it's cheaper for us to vacation. It's cheaper for you to vacation in Spain or Cyprus or fucking Turkey, God forbid. That's like on the actual opposite side of the world. That's like the longest flight you could take is to fucking Turkey. Of course we're not doing that. That would be like thousands of dollars round trip. Thousands. I don't need to spend that. And then what did you say? Why do Americans never go to Spain? And why do we vacation domestically? Because the great thing about America, bigger than Europe, don't need a passport, and I have all the climates and all the possible experiences in this one country than you have in your entire subcontinent. Okay? That's why. So if I live in any state, there is some other state in this great country, God bless America, that is wildly different, that is touristy, that has resorts, that has luxury, that has all of the trappings of a vacation, and that is sunny, by the way. Hey, there are plenty of sunny places in the United States of America. I don't need to fly to fucking Cyprus to have a sunny vacation. I can do that here. So I'll choose to do it here. You just don't have the option because you're British brained. You could go, oh, it's cold and raining in London. Where should I vacation in Britain? Oh, let's go to Scotland, where it's more rainy and depressing. Cool. Let's go to Wales, where it's equally rainy and depressing. Cool. There's nowhere different for you to go, but I don't have that problem. God bless America. That's why we don't vacation in fucking Cyprus. Those are multiple reasons why we don't vacation in Cyprus. Because you can pick anywhere where someone could live in America. There's some other state just on the continental United States, not to mention Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, some of the states and or territories that we control, God bless America, that we could also go to if we're feeling froggy. But there are any number of climates and experiences and cultures we could want, possibly, already here. I don't need a passport because my country is built different and we have all the experiences. Why the fuck would I go to Europe?
We have most of them. Yeah. So by the way, so it's called the Channel Tunnel. So to go from, for example, London to Paris, it's a 2-hour high-speed train. You are underwater for 13 minutes. It's called the Eurostar. You go through the English Channel. So you can take a train from London to Spain, yeah. I mean, to start with, like you were saying, California alone, we have all of it. We have the desert.
Yeah, I don't even have to leave the state.
I know,
yeah, true. There's
you drive 2 hours to the
Challenge
desert
or whatever, where you can go desert, mountains, and beach in one day. Easily, by the way. Yeah. Do that in Britain. Do that in any European country, actually. I challenge you. Name one where you have high desert, You have mountains.
There's no way that exists. Yeah.
And you have a beach.
It actually doesn't exist. There's no
way.
That
you could hit in one day. I don't think there's a European country that exists that has that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
One day.
Our country's better than yours is the short answer.
He makes
God
a good point,
America.
though, with the coming over to the sunny side in Europe for the cultures. It is, like, obviously a totally different feeling going over there, but there's plenty of shit to see here. Just, like, some basic shit. Like, I would like to go to the East Coast, like Massachusetts, Vermont, that area, in the fall when it's really, really pretty. Go to those little coastal towns, drive through that area. Just gorgeous area. If you want something tropical that feels like the Bahamas, you just go down to Florida. Like Florida Keys and shit has that gorgeous clear water. You want to blow some things up with a fully automatic machine gun in the middle of the desert, you go to Texas. I mean, you can just, there's a lot of shit you can do. But it is a different feeling leaving the country, of course. Leaving the mainland, as they say, the homeland.
Yeah, but, for sure.
One of the things, too, is like, it's honestly not that much more expensive to fly overseas. That's what's always weird. Like, if I were to look up a flight from LAX to New York City, it's not always that much more expensive to fly overseas at all. It's not that much more expensive to vacation there. It's basically just a lot more work. Like, when we flew to Italy, they were $500 round trip. Normal tickets. It cost me $500 to fly to Hawaii. Like, it's also pretty cheap to just travel there at times, and I think people don't realize that. Like, we didn't realize that either until we went to Croatia for the first time, and that was the first time I left the country, really. I was like, oh, shit, it's like, I thought these flights would be like fucking $2,000 each. They're not. It's like normal flights flying domestically here, how expensive they are sometimes. So it's not even that bad, honestly. It's just so much more travel.
I thought the cost of a flight was pretty directly tied to how much fuel the plane is expending.
Well, you would think that, right? But look up flights. It's not always that way. It's very weird. I mean, it costs sometimes $250 to fly from LAX to Sacramento. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So it also depends when you travel.
Part of it's the fuel. Yeah, exactly. I will say too, though, if I went from California to Alabama, or if I went from California to Spain, the culture I'm going to in either case is equally different from California culture. Like, Alabama culture is as different to California as fucking, I don't know, what are the highfalutin people in Spain called? Catalonian? Castilian?
I think it's Catalonia, yeah.
Yeah, Catalonian, yeah. Those are like equally different cultures. I guess Spain gets the slight edge because they speak a different language, though. But they almost speak a different language in Alabama, if you ever listen to them.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But anyway, because America's better than England, and every other country, by the way, but especially England. We won in 17.
Oh, we're a lot better than that, yeah. Yeah, we're a lot better than that.
You should go read about the Revolutionary War, by the way. We're built different. Back-to-back World War champs also. You're welcome. Okay. All right, let's move on. If not using a grill, do you boil your hot dogs or fry them in a pan? Asks Angry Ginger. I don't eat hot dogs in that case. That's the correct answer.
I mean, frying
Certainly
them, but grilling tastes so much better. So much better. I mean, it's by far the best. Not even close. So, yeah, I agree.
I'd rather just make something else in a pan if we're getting to that point. Yeah. It's really that simple. So, let's see next here. Nope, not answering that again. Are there any animals you think you could take in a fair fight? Yeah. What kind of dumb question is this? I think I could take a quail in a fair fight if I could catch it. I think I could take a chihuahua in a fair fight. Yeah. I could take a turtle in a fair fight. I mean, what are we asking here? So, have a better question. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, maybe out of questions here, huh?
Yeah, we're getting pretty close here.
A lot of chatting.
Yeah, tell me what you want to answer next here, because I'm struggling.
What about this one about murder? Did you see this one?
Yeah, we could. Okay. Bubbles the Gecko. Would you rather have to commit murder and completely get away with it and have no consequences? This actually is interesting. Or have to spend the rest of your life in prison for a murder you didn't commit?
I mean, I don't want to
your question better, Bubbles.
I don't want to spend my life in prison, so I don't want to kill some guy either. I don't want to just murder some guy, you know, but if I stay out of prison that way, I guess
that's a really hard question, dude. Yeah. That's a really hard question. Because I get to pick who I murder since it isn't specified, I would go with that too. Because then I could just pick some real piece of shit and kill him.
Someone who deserves it, yeah. Someone who's been in prison a few times. And I wouldn't feel
as bad about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Some fucking real disgusting pig.
Yeah.
But if it was like I have to murder someone who is like a normal citizen, that would be hard to do. I would do it though, probably, honestly. Yeah. Because it's like someone's innocent life is getting ruined. Should it be mine or should it be some guy's? Well, sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be some guy.
I'm picking some guy, unfortunately. Yeah. But it's really tough though. Yeah. And then you would argue because then you could say like, well, your life gets ruined, but you're at least still alive because you're in prison, whereas their life gets ruined because it's over. So, like, it's not exactly that simple. So it's a toughie. It's a toughie. But yeah, I think I would have to just murder someone, unfortunately.
Someone clip that. Someone clip that without
life in prison.
Context.
Here's another thing, too. If I go to life in prison, I'd probably just die. So that would basically be me dying. I'm not surviving in prison.
Yeah.
I'm not surviving in a murder prison for life.
Yeah. You know? How many times are you getting stabbed, beat up, raped? Yeah.
Run through. I would just run through in prison. Yeah.
Your tight little ass would get absolutely
my tight young ass would just get run through in prison.
Through the front side. Yeah. That'd be pretty crazy.
It would not be good. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'd have to go with I'm going to murder someone. God, that would suck though. Okay.
So no, I don't want to snipe you from 200 meters away. No.
Oh no.
No, that would suck.
I don't want to see the ballistic capabilities of this new gun I bought. No.
Yeah.
The European mind can't comprehend that. Okay, let's see. This is a good one. These are always fun. Steel Switch. Rate these crackers. You can factor in dips, toppings, and alternate flavors. It's a good addendum because that changes things.
That changes everything.
It changes everything. Cheez-Its, Ritz, Wheat Thins, Saltines, Triscuits, and Goldfish. The only reason this question is interesting is because you can factor in dips, toppings, and alternate flavors. Otherwise, this would be a lot easier.
So I'll say this at the start. Cheez-Its has the most number ones. The most votes, which is crazy. Cheez-Its are not good unless you're 14, 12, or you smoke a lot of weed.
Alternate flavor Cheez-Its are very good.
The white cheddar ones are better. But still, Cheez-Its, I wouldn't say very good. I don't know. I don't like them.
As far as crackers go, they're very good. Yeah.
So here's where I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with Ritz number 1. Only because Ritz, you can put cheese on top. You can put fucking peanut butter on it. You can put tuna on it. There's a lot of things you can do with a little Ritz cracker, you know? Meat and cheese. They're even good by themselves because they're so goddamn salty. So they're delicious. Yeah. I think Ritz is my number 1.
Too, which I like.
Number 2 would probably have to be Wheat Thins for me. I enjoy a good Wheat Thin. Those hit with peanut butter. That's a good camping snack that we usually have. Wheat Thins and peanut butter, nice little snack. So Ritz, Wheat Thins. 3, I'll probably go with. There are some types of Triscuits that are good. So I would say Triscuits.
Dude, some types of Triscuits are really good.
Yeah.
They have some really goated flavors,
They do have
actually.
some really good ones. So Ritz, Wheat Thins, Triscuits, then I'll go Goldfish, then I'll go Cheez-Its, and then I'll go Saltines. Saltines are, of course, miserable.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah, my list is very similar to yours because the advantage that a Ritz or a Triscuit or a Wheat Thin have is their versatility because of toppings. You can get really crazy with those. And my rating here, Ritz number 1 because it's the most versatile. You can put all kinds of toppings on Ritz because, as someone said in chat, as Mike B said in chat, it has the perfect neutral cracker flavor. So you can really put anything on it. You could put cheese, meats.
Yeah.
I would venture to say you could probably put fucking some sweet toppings on it and get away with it too.
What's a sweet topping you would put on a cracker? Like, what are you thinking?
I don't really know. Like Nutella. I think that could go fine, for example.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
But like you can't put Nutella on a Triscuit. That's too crazy.
No, or a saltine. Yeah, no.
Exactly. So that's why Ritz is number 1, maximum versatility. Number 2, I'm probably going Triscuits actually, because I think Triscuits and Wheat Thins have the same types of toppings that could go on top of them, but a basic-assed Triscuit, especially factoring in alternate flavors, tastes better than a basic-ass Wheat Thin. So then Wheat Thin is number 3. And then number 4 is Cheez-Its. Number 5 is Goldfish. And Goldfish are actually slept on. They're quite good, especially, again, alternate flavors. And then obviously number 6 is Saltines.
Yeah.
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 Because Saltines, they're only good for dipping in chicken noodle soup.
And I don't even like it for that. It doesn't add anything.
And even for
it
that,
adds nothing. They're just unnecessary. We
you
need
get
to
some
stop.
Texture. That's about it, though.
We need to just stop with the saltines. Actually, you know what are those little things? Hold on. There are these little. They're kind of like saltines. You'll see them some places. Like when they give you soups, they're little. They're kind of like hexagon-shaped little crackers. They're very tiny. I think it's a hexagon. It's weird. They're a little tiny.
Okay.
They're like the size of your thumb. I don't know what they're called, but those are so much better in soup. Oyster crackers. Yeah, that's what you put in soup. Fuck saltines. Oyster crackers, fuck. Only in soups. That's the only time you use them, and they're excellent in soup. So saltines don't even belong there. They belong to, or they should be out of business, yeah. They're dog
Interesting.
They serve no purpose.
Okay. I've never had the pleasure of an oyster cracker. I'd like to try one, though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could go for a cracker.
Yeah, they are,
right
I think, hexagon shape, yeah.
Dude, my mom got this shit. She got some crackers and this shit called like pub cheese. And it comes in like a cream cheese container. And it's like horseradish and cheddar cheese. It's good with crackers.
My dad always eats this one from Trader Joe's. That's like, I want to say it's like a beer cheddar pub.
Yeah.
It's something like that, but he loves it. I haven't tried it yet.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like horseradish?
I'm indifferent. It's whatever. I won't go out of my way to eat it usually, no.
You'll feel okay about it then. It's very strongly horseradished up.
Yeah, I probably would.
Which if you like that, if you're into that, it's really good.
Like even
By the way, horseradish and wasabi are in the same family. They taste very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, like when, what do people put it on? Prime rib, I think, right? Don't people put it on there? I don't like that.
My dad likes it on prime rib, yeah.
I think that's an old ass man thing. I think a lot of old men like that. It's just not. Why would you ruin prime rib?
Your taste buds are dead. You need something to feel something. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa used to love that shit, and I was like, it's not good. It just takes away from the delicious prime rib. Why would you put that on there? I don't get it, but yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I think you have to be super old and you've shot all your taste buds and they're dying like you are, and then you need just some overwhelming flavor to feel something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Try some oyster crackers next time you have soup. They're really good in clam chowder too. They fucking. That's probably what I'm thinking. Actually, is they're usually with clam chowder.
They sound like the croutons of soup. That's what I'm getting.
They are, yeah, not quite as crunchy as croutons. Oh, they're good though. God,
but like
damn.
the same kind of purpose.
Yeah, I haven't had oyster crackers in so long. My mom used to always stock the pantry with those things.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Okay, that's good. Let's see. How's that for a question?
No.
No answer for that one.
No, no, that one's being edited out. There's no fucking way. Opus is probably gonna clip that the way Opus works.
Yeah, Opus would clip that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was great timing. There was just nothing going on. Yeah.
God damn it.
I hate when people say that's gonna itch when it dries. It's just not funny. It's just not. Yeah, we got to come up with some other thing to say. Anyway,
your pants full
here's another
right now,
one from Steel Switch. Rank these types of shrimp. Also include any I may have missed. Panko, breadcrumbs, those are the same thing. Man. Coconut, grilled with no crispy crust, and tempura. And then we can use other types of shrimp as well.
Yeah, let's think of the types of shrimp. I feel like we're missing something here.
We're missing, first of all, shrimp cocktail. Just like
that
raw,
doesn't belong
I guess.
On there, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. It is dog shit. You're right. Okay, so we have like breaded shrimp. Coconut shrimp is breaded. It's just coconut flavored. Grilled with no crispy crust. Okay. Tempura is battered. There's also like, for example, honey walnut shrimp, where there's no breading, but there's a delicious sauce that it's just drowned in. Or dynamite shrimp, for example, another type of shrimp that's just not breaded, not battered, but a delicious sauce it's just drowned in. I think that's the other kind of type of shrimp. Besides that, I'm not sure I can think of another type of shrimp preparation of this type, you know?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm going to say. My two favorite types of shrimp, it's like shrimp in like a garlic butter sauce is always good. So I guess that's usually like grilled, I guess. Guess that's considered kind of grilled.
Yeah, grilled with a sauce. Yeah, I guess you kind of included that.
And coconut shrimp can be really, really good. It's hit or miss, but when you have a good coconut shrimp that comes with a good dipping sauce, oh, God, it's so goddamn good. Really, really good. Real meaty. Yeah. Tempura shrimp is fine. I mean, regular, like, breaded shrimp, I don't know if I've ever even had that. Just like breadcrumbs on shrimp and fried, that does not sound that good.
It's okay. You usually dip it in cocktail sauce. So it's kind of like
cocktail
eating
sauce,
like
I think, for raw shrimp.
Mozzarella sticks, honestly. But there's shrimp in it. It's not that good. You're right. It's fine. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you. Yeah. Grilled is number one only because that usually means it's either lathered in a type of sauce like a dynamite shrimp or the white shrimp that I miss so much from living in California from that one Chinese place. And only for those sauces is grilled the best because you don't want to have fucking tempura shrimp and then slather dynamite sauce on it. That's insane. So that's really good. That's number one. I don't like coconut and I think I'm allergic to it as well. So I have no opinion on that. I do prefer breaded shrimp over tempura shrimp though. But narrowly. I think they're both kind of mid. I think by far the best shrimp is grilled shrimp with a sauce. Yeah. Because I'm a big sauce guy, as we've talked about many times.
Here's the thing, too. Shrimp just isn't that good.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
shrimp
eat it that
is not
often,
great.
But
yeah.
It's fine. It can be fine. Like, if you're going to some... Like, there are people out there that go to, like, Applebee's and just get shrimp every time. I'm just never doing something like that, you know? You just...
Shrimp is an appetizer. It's not a course.
You need something else with it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to eat when we go to Hawaii. Places there have really good coconut shrimp and the sauces are outstanding. That's usually my go-to there. But even like the
Yeah.
garlic butter shrimp is really good there as well. I never cook shrimp though. I don't think I've ever, like Sierra's made shrimp scampi a few times, but like years ago. But it's not something I ever think of cooking. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think it's an appetizer type of protein. I don't think it's an entree protein. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that, and then you get like another plate. Eat them both. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, let's do a few more here. What's our time at?
1:19.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do a few more. Do these next ones interest you?
Yeah, let me look. We'll answer this. Migs, enough. Do you guys watch anime? And if you do, what are your top 5? No, I never watched anime.
Sure don't. I gave one show a try and I got bored after like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see.
Don't ask me what show. I don't remember it. I'm not finding out. So, yeah. So anyway.
Who in your circle of friends and family are backseat drivers?
Oh, my bitch
if I have
mother.
An answer. Is she?
Yep.
That stupid fucking whore. Really?
Her mom, my grandma, F's in the chat. She was great, except in a car. She was the worst. I would be driving her to my house that I lived in at the time for at least 2 decades. And I would be coming up to fucking Puente. You know where Puente is in relationship to my house?
That's where I got pulled over by the dirty pig in our town that one time, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close to my house. And so I've been on that road a few times, which is to say quite literally thousands.
Yeah.
And every single time we would take the same route from her house to mine, we'd be coming up to Puente and she'd say, "Oh, get in the right lane. You have to turn right here." And I would say, "You stupid bitch. Do you think I don't know that? How dare you? Why? Why are you doing it?" Like, I actually don't understand why she would do that.
It's your grandma, you're saying?
This was my grandma. Yeah.
Okay,
my mom's not this bad yet, but I think she will be as she gets older. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
But only them.
Interesting.
Only them.
Yeah. I can't really think of any like backseat drivers. My mom gets like real like scared easily if like.
Oh, that bothers me so much.
When we used to go up to like Big Bear a lot and like someone would be driving slow, I'm used to like doing what my dad does because he's driven up there hundreds of times in his life. I'll just tailgate people basically sometimes. It's like, come on, fucking like move over. Like there are turnouts every half a mile. Like there's 20 cars behind you, man. You're going 15 miles an hour slower than the speed limit. So I'll just like drive close to them. It's like, hurry the fuck up. And my mom was like, "Tanner, stop, brake. You're too close," and stuff like that. She gets like scared, but she doesn't like really backseat drive. I'm getting mad
thinking about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my mom does that too.
Yeah, she doesn't usually do it, but it's not even backseat driving.
Or they do this move where they hold their arms out on the dashboard. And
yeah,
like
moms get
away,
a little worried. Yeah.
Like we're about to get in a car accident and we're totally fine. It's like, bitch, relax.
Yeah, they get
fine.
a little worried,
Stop.
huh? Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Aside
God,
from
it
that,
bothers me.
I don't think I really have any backseat driver friends, family. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of
good for you. Good for you. Okay.
Whoa. Great question from Mike. Whatever happened to the creep that was hanging around Tanner's house months back? Yeah, there was that guy lives close and he's out of prison. And I said, don't worry, he'll be back in prison soon. The cops had showed up at one point. They took him away. He's still out, so I guess he's being good enough. I don't know. Last I heard, he went to rehab. He was in drug rehab. Not sure if he still is. But I haven't seen him in a while. But I guess he's still out of prison, living a couple houses down. But yeah, he hasn't done anything bad, so it seems that's good. I've got they're gonna start construction on the house next door soon, so I'm gonna have them, build some tripwires, some C4 stuff like that along the walls.
Get some claymores.
Yeah, claymores, but along tripwire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sniper Overwatch built, little tower built in the roof.
A little Overwatch tower, yeah. So anyway, I'm done.
No, we're gonna answer one more. We're gonna end on a Steel Switch food question. Okay. Steel Switch says, rank these desserts, including any variations you like. We got coffee cake, cheesecake, apple pie, ice cream cake, and key lime pie. So we're gonna rank these. Yeah. Ooh, man. Um.
Coffee, cheese. Didn't we answer this already?
I don't think so. It kind of does sound familiar talking about, actually.
We answered this. Yeah. Oh, wait, did we?
Maybe I just remember reading it because it's only posted a month ago.
Red Velvet was one of them.
Yeah, so maybe this is
iteration.
An edited question, so maybe he changed it at some point because we answered a different one. Yeah, we did brownies, cookies. Yeah, I know we did that. Okay, well, I'll do this one then.
It was maybe desserts then.
Starter number 1, I'm going to go with ice cream cake. I love ice cream cake because I'm a big ice cream eater, man. I almost posted a picture of my ice cream bowl the other night. I was thinking about it. I was going to say little ice cream, just a giant bowl, some of my mother's homemade fudge. I put some whipped cream on it, some Heath bar toppings.
Ooh, that's a good dude. Heath bars are so good, so slept on.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Maybe the most slept on candy is a Heath bar, by the way. God damn it, they're good.
But so ice cream cake, gotta be number 1. Number 2, I think I'm going cheesecake variations. There are a lot of variations.
Very versatile.
You can get crazy with it. Standard cheesecake, not good. Usually dry, usually not very good. It needs some sort of sauce typically. So I would say cheesecake, like just Cheesecake Factory for like a chain. Those are delicious desserts. They have some really good cheesecakes, delicious flavors. So all of those I love. Next, I'm probably going. I think I'm going a warm apple pie with some vanilla bean ice cream on top. It's got to be that. And then, yeah, coffee cake, key lime pie. I don't know. I like both of them, but I don't like. They're fine, but they're still just down there. They're pretty interchangeable for me. Coffee cake, probably I enjoy a little bit more, but key lime pie can be really, really good as well. All great desserts and items.
These are all good. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not with you on ice cream cake though. I feel like it's pretty fucking mid actually. It's mostly ice cream. It's like eating ice cream from Cold Stone and one of the toppings you got was pie crust. That's what ice cream cake is, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but is it better than a cheesecake variation? No shot. It can't be. Number 1 has to be cheesecake. There are so many variations. You could eat cheesecake, including variations, as the only dessert for the rest of your life and not get like sick of it. Because you could get, I wouldn't want to, but you could get crazy with cheesecake. You could do fucking normal ass cheesecake. You could do berry cheesecake. You could do chocolate cheesecake. You could do any kind of fruit cheesecake, etc. So cheesecake number 1. Steel, you can't edit in fucking answers while we're fucking.
Did he just do a live edit?
You can't do that.
Hold on. Did we get a live edit here?
I was like, am I insane? Yeah, we got a live edit. Steel Switch, goddamn you.
When did he? Hold on. When did he post the question?
Peach Cobbler to the list.
Oh, you son of a bitch, Steel.
Yeah.
That really throws it all off because Peach Cobbler is excellent.
Peach Cobbler is really good. Although it's been a long time. Peach Cobbler would replace
apple pie for me. That'd go above apple pie.
Peach Cobbler has to be better than apple pie, yeah. I still think number 1 is cheesecake, though. Number 2 for me, coffee cake just doesn't belong on this list, I feel like.
It's out of place. It is very out of place. That's what I was thinking. It's good, but it's out of place. That's kind of why I was like, if they're interchangeable, I don't know.
Yeah, number 2 for me would be, oh, God. I love key lime pie. I think.
You think?
Am I thinking
you love it?
I might be thinking of like lime cheesecake, actually. What is the consistency of a key lime pie? Is it pretty soft?
Softer than cheesecake, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of,
it's softer than cheesecake, and it has a way better crust than cheesecake because it's like broken up. It's like crumbs. Whereas cheesecake is like a thick layer of, I don't even know what is a cheesecake crust actually? I don't really know what it is, but I thought
it was just a pie crust, but maybe not.
I guess it's just normal pie crust, yeah. Whereas key lime pie is like it's got that little crunchy crust to it, which is the best part of key lime pie, actually. So that's why it's better.
Oh, the crumbly?
The crumbly. It's got that crumbly little crusty, yeah.
The crumbly, crumblies are really good. Crumbly, crusty crusts, yeah. So anyway, Number 2's got to be peach cobbler. Yeah. Once again, peach is probably the best dessert fruit there is. I don't think I can think of a better one. Yeah. I mean, it was, peaches were designed for desserts. So yeah, peach cobbler's number 2. Oh. Number 3.
Peaches are great, dude. In drinks, in desserts.
Yeah, they're such a good.
They're really good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
They're actually good if you eat them just by themselves. I don't do it, but they're good that way. Yeah.
I've never
peaches
done it.
Peaches are slept on, man.
Yeah, peaches are kind of slept on. You're right. I wonder if they're just not in season very long. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Not an agricultural
when
kind of guy.
Are peaches in season?
Yeah.
California, they're harvested from mid-July to mid-September. Oh, it depends on the type of peach. Other peaches in California harvested from April to October, so it doesn't matter.
So one season, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. After that, they're all kind of good. Coffee cake's good. Apple pie's good. Ice cream cake is good. Ice cream cake kind of feels out of place too, honestly. You can't get ice cream cake as like a dessert at
ask
like
a question right now so we can get to it at some point, and do like just types of pie. Think of some types of pie and ask that in a question for us to answer at some point.
Yeah, you got to get your categories straight, buddy. I don't know what coffee cobbler, cake is doing in here.
Apple pie, cherry cream cheese pie, rhubarb pie. I don't know. Think of something. Chocolate silk pie. Let's get some pies. Little pie list going. Pie.
Pie is good. Pie is good.
I like pie.
Anyway, that's it.
Yep.
I'm done. All right, so yeah, I'm done. Reminder, fucking, next week is going to be insane. We have COD next. We're going to do a special event for that. Not sure what it'll look like. Check our schedule on Twitter or Discord for details on that. We will probably be live reacting to it, and that will take place of a podcast episode, but not 100% sure. We got to talk about it. So we will know by Monday when we make our schedule. We also have some behind the scenes announcements that we will be making public on Monday. So that's going to be very exciting. And, if you've been considering joining the Patreon, now is a great time to do it, because our bonus episodes are going to be off the chain for October. Not to mention our regular ass episodes are going to be off of the chain for October, because there's going to be just a fuck ton of news to talk about relating to MW3. And we are gearing up for new COD season. We're basically in it now, starting next week. So, stay connected with us. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Now is the best time of the year probably to join. Stay humble.
Dumble.